You're watching ETF, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host Rob, and in this video we're going to continue the March of the King series. This week we're reviewing Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. You know, sometimes you just wonder about a movie, and when I looked at this movie I said to myself, you know, at the time I felt that Toho with this movie lost an opportunity to be very diversive. You know, you got this bug, and it's like, you know, it's like a dragonfly. But, well, you know, I think they could have taken an opportunity to represent some bees. You know, maybe a couple of grasshoppers. You know, I think we need more diversity in the movie. We need to have more than just a dragonfly or a mutated dragonfly. And I thought it was a great opportunity that they missed, and it could have made the movie a lot better. But, you know, it's bug washing is what it is. That's what it comes down to. This is bug washing. You're watching it with just one bug, you know. And all right, that was bad. I can't help myself. All right, no. In all seriousness, you know, the movie. I will say this. I do think they missed an opportunity with this movie. Okay, I thought Megaguirus, when she came into the world through the black hole and all that stuff, and we saw the evolution. It was to me, it was almost like such a build-up to this grand monster, and she really felt more like second fiddle to the black hole and this whole revenge mission that this girl was on against Godzilla for killing her superior. So, you know, I thought it was cool. That part of the movie was cool because, like, the scene where the guy and the girl are taking a break and she's going to get him a beer and he's listening to his headphones, that was very, very, like, horror-like. And I liked that scene. That scene was really good. That was one of my favorite scenes in the movie, believe it or not. I thought the fight between Megaguirus and Godzilla was really interesting because he got his ass whipped. I mean, she really put a hurting on him. Outside of that, the movie wasn't good at all. It was tough to watch. It was very tough to watch. I enjoyed the scenes with Megaguirus evolving, you know, when they did show that stuff. But outside of that, boy, this movie was weak. This movie was really weak. I mean, I like the monster Megaguirus, but at the end of the movie, man, I mean, Godzilla just annihilated her so easily. You kind of wonder, why did that just happen sooner? I mean, I know she's fast and she was dodging and all this stuff. You know, but it's like, I don't know, there's something, and I can't really put my finger on it. Like, I felt very reminiscent of Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster because I put this movie on the other night at 7:45, and I finished watching it at about 11. And it's not a 3-hour movie. There were some scenes that I had to rewind because I was just like, it was boring. It was boring, but at the same time, I think it had so much potential, and I can't put my finger on what it is this movie missed, because there were some, like I said, there were some elements about it that were really cool. There were some things that it just was something about this movie that was really odd. Like even the opening scene I thought was really cool. Like, I understand. In one hand, it was pointless for them to be on foot trying to shoot rocket launchers at him. That made no sense to me. But at the same time, I found it cool because it was a different perspective that, you know, it was something different. You know, it wasn't tanks and it wasn't planes. And, you know, these guys are trying to go in there and do something different. And I like that. I like that they, you know, there was that scene where they shot the rockets at him and he turned around. He's trying to barrel through the buildings to go after them. That was cool, you know. And again, there were some elements about the movie that were really cool. But for some reason, I just was not into it. You know, because I guess some parts were so good that to go from something really cool, like that scene I was talking about, and then go to something else completely different, I don't know. It was just Not one of my favorites. Definitely down there with the Sea Monster and, Revenge and Son of Godzilla. It's they. I don't know. And it's sad because I really do think Megaguirus was a cool monster. I really do, and I did like the fight between her and Godzilla. Like she was whooping his ass. Like she was too fast for him. She was brutal. She's stabbing him up. But outside of that, I just don't know what it was about this movie. I did not like it. It didn't do it for me. Like, I'm sitting there watching the movie, and I'm like, and then I had to rewind the ending like 100 times because I wanted to see how things ended. Because I'm so used to Godzilla movies ending where he's still around, and I was falling asleep towards the end because it was so boring that I had to rewind, and I'm like, wow, did they really kill him? And automatically, to me, that was a dead giveaway to wait for the end credits, which I did, and sure enough, Now, the interesting thing is, I was talking to somebody online, and it was Brian. Yeah, me and Brian were talking about it, and he agrees. He was like, oh, this is a boring movie. And he was like, oh, I wonder if that's Japan or if it's an alternate universe. And that was a pretty cool concept. But again, I don't think they really capitalized on that because the movie after this one's GMK. And that storyline, we all know that storyline, all the evils, or not all the evil, but all the spirits of the dead and all that stuff. But I think if nothing else, they could have capitalized on that post-credit ending where maybe he does pop up in an alternate universe, in an alternate Japan, and nobody there knows about him, and he just suddenly becomes. But yeah, Godzilla versus Megaguirus, not my favorite one. Now I know why I only watched it once before. It didn't do it for me. It wasn't that great. Cool fight scene, cool concept of the monster. I like the design of the monster. Outside of that, everything else is blah. I could even get entertained sometimes by the over-the-top storylines they have in all the other movies. This one I cannot get into. You're telling me that a guy that's making... I don't even want to get into it. Fight scenes are cool. Megaguirus, cool design. Her evolutionary... the evolution of that and everything, that was cool. I just can't get into anything. Everything else killed it for me. Like... I don't know, just one of those ones that I just do not like whatsoever. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Anyway, guys, that's it for this review. We will continue the March of the King series next week with Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Monsters All Out Attack, GMK, the one everybody likes, or at least most people seem to like. And then we're going to keep going from there. Like I've said before, we're almost done. There's only a couple of movies left in the Millennium series. And then we have, Millennium. And then we have Gojira 54 and Godzilla Raids again for the week of the release of the movie. So that's it, guys. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news. We just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page.